A Halfling Sonder, Sven's Story, by Illyria Valischin. Grabbing the reins, Sven gives a slight snap, causing Cleet to start walking around the trees. He continues to push out more wood, not really paying attention to where they are landing. He winds up knocking a few more pieces against a few of the trees, upsetting the wasps. As he reaches down to pick up another piece, he notices that the wasps have grown in numbers. With all the new insects landing on his rear, Cleet starts to let out whinnies and small jumps, causing the cart to jostle about. The wasps now are very unhappy with the intruders and have started to dive bomb at the two of them, stinging them when they can manage. Feeling the stings, Sven begins to smack the little bugs with the end of the reins, as well as trying to get Cleet to pick up speed. Just as he manages to get the last piece out of the cart, the wasps change their anger completely from Cleet to Sven, almost engulfing him in the dive-bombing attacks and relentless stinging. Swatting at all of the flying insects, he manages to hold off the attacks as he climbs back into the seat. Cracking the reins one last time, he gets Cleet to start running for the little path leading out into the meadow. Breaking through the tree line, Sven takes a few stings to the arms and legs, while Cleet bucks a bit from the ones the wasps manage to hit him with. The two of them continue to ward off the attacks as they make their way out from the meadow and onto the main road leading to the village. The quick pace and the empty cart makes the trip back to the tannery faster than expected. As he pulls up to the front, he looks back into the cart to make sure that nothing was left inside, then directs them back to a stop in front of the hitching post. Climbing down, he ties the reins off and walks around to the back of the cart. He gives it a more thorough inspection, making sure to kill any last little stragglers. Once he is sure there are none, Sven heads to the side of the shop where he had last seen Mr. Leatherthimble working. Rounding the corner, he is faced with yet another pile ready to be loaded up and taken to the meadow. Standing beside it is Mr. Leatherthimble, taking note of what had been lost to this massive infestation. "You have another load to take out." Mr. Leatherthimble gestures. Looking at the pile before him, Sven turns to get Cleet and the wagon. Getting set up, he begins to toss the pile in. The work goes quicker this time as the pile doesn't really need to be sorted or cataloged for replacement. As they finish tossing it in, Sven looks up to see that Miss Allie is heading straight for the shop. "Oh, hi, Miss Allie," Sven waves. She holds up a little bottle and waves to the two of them. "That will be enough for both shops." Sven looks puzzled. "It should be, unless you have a massive infestation." She smiles. Yeah, it's a rather sizable infestation." Sven points to the back of the shop as he guides her to where the most extensive damage can be seen. Following a little nervously, Miss Allie looks both buildings over. "Oh my, I don't think I made enough. This should get you started. I will be back." She manages to give the bottle to Sven and shakes her head, a bit bewildered. "I will be back as soon as I can," leaving him and Mr. Leatherthimble to handle the rest of their work. "Here is the first treatment. I am going to haul that second load and hurry back," he says to Mr. Leatherthimble. "Sounds good. See you in a bit." Mr. Leatherthimble takes the bottle. "I will just get what I can spread out here and hopefully get the rest started." Sven climbs back up onto the bench and snaps the reins to get Cleet walking. Heading back out to the meadow once more, he makes sure to keep a slow pace like the first time, so as to not jostle this load out either. Cleet hesitantly walks into the small meadow, watching the wasps still flying around irritably. Not willing to upset the wasps anymore for the day, he drives Cleet to the back of the meadow, making sure to avoid as many of the wasps flying around as possible. Finding another point of entry into the trees, he turns Cleet around and has him back up. Not willing to go as far as he did the first time, Sven stops and climbs down off the seat. He ties the reins to a nearby branch and then proceeds to unload the cart, taking his time to make sure all the wood and bugs are gone. He even grabs a nearby pine branch and sweeps out any lasting bits of dust. Thank you for listening to my story. If you liked it, please like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications.